Oh my Godzilla.
It's a Kakuna.
Oh, let's see if I'm going to destroy him.
Here in the D-pad, I'm Rick.
I'm John.
And I'm Peter.
This is Pokemon SoulSilver.
Hey, how do I look at a move without using it?
I think it is you hold L and you click on it. I'm not 100%, but I believe that is how it works.
Let me try it with this.
Pick one you think you might want to use.
That was not it.
Yep, let me see what I can find here.
I don't think Rage is that big a problem with a Kakuna, but
you might have to, go in through the Pokemon menu and look at the moves instead of having it in the
yes,
fight
that's
menu.
probably exactly what it is.
Unless Y brings it up.
Y, yeah, I thought Y would, it didn't.
Okay.
So.
Harden.
Yeah. All right.
I'm surprised you're using physical after it's using Harden that much.
Well, it had a tiny bit left.
Yeah, that's fair.
Cool. All right.
How's it feel to be hands-on with SoulSilver at long last?
Really good, actually. We've been wanting to do this for years. And it's never intentional. My life has just been total chaos.
Things have been crazy, and there's always usually some other Pokemon thing going on.
I was in Kentucky a week ago.
I misspoke before. The first episode of Heart Gold we put out on a specific date, and I'll come back to that. The rest of my first chapter we put out for Christmas.
Okay.
The first date was essentially it was the third Friday of November because that is historically the day that the Pokémon Company releases new Pokémon games.
I see.
Every year for the past decade or so, there's been something released on the third Friday of November every single year for years and years and years.
Very weird.
And 2024 was the first time, I think it was only the second time since 2011 that they didn't release something. So I was like, oh, well, that seems like a perfect, that was gross.
Yeah. Yeah. Glad we all saw that crowning. That's good. All right.
But yeah, no, it
you don't like the herniated top of the tree?
No, thank you. Gasp. I am Arjohnt.
Arjohnt.
He's under arrest. We need to put this wire on you.
Take
you want a soda from the vending machine?
Mystery egg. Got it.
Oh, yes.
I can't wait to make a mystery omelet.
Hey.
A Crucheek.
I, for the longest time, had no idea how the fuck to pronounce that.
Was that right?
I believe it is Ekruteak.
Ekruteak?
Yep. Which is funny because I think Ekru is it's a color on its own, and teak is just a kind of wood. Yeah. And I guess Ekruteak is a specific kind of teak wood.
Sure.
I want to say Ekru is like a khaki color.
I'm Professor Oak, a Pokemon researcher. So you're Arjohnt. I was just remembering Pokemon. You were right here.
Totally.
Look at this thick Totodile.
A rare Pokemon.
I think I understand. You will treat it with love and care. Unlike this other guy who's about to enter the plot. Pokédex. Oh, yeah.
It's high-tech encyclopedia.
Yeah. Wow, I sure am getting a lot of these boxes.
Ekru is a French word that means raw or unbleached and is used to describe a grayish yellow or cream color.
Right,
so basically beige khaki.
That's cool.
Khaki teak wood.
It comes from the Latin root crudus.
Nice.
Which also means raw.
Crudus.
Yep.
Crude,
yeah. It's probably literally, yeah.
Yep. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the egg and the Pokédex.
It's still defined by some dictionaries as
memories.
the color of unbleached linen.
Did he give you his phone number as well? Oak? Or do you get his? Yes, he did. Yeah.
I guess so. It's a disaster. It's just terrible. Get back here now. Click. Okay.
But if you call Professor Oak, he tells you how many Pokemon you have on your Pokédex so far and gives you a rating on that.
Nice. Oh, yeah. The classic. Basically the same as what he did in Gen 1.
Yep.
Dad, are you proud of me? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's all.
Why? You still have the egg. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. It's back to Elm, and then
it's
rival
almost,
fight.
Yeah, it's almost exactly the same opening from Gen 1.
Yeah, which is fine. It's a classic for a reason.
A wild Pidgey.
Oh, I love Pidgey.
Yeah, and they did other things to innovate their format between Gen 1 and Gen 2, not change the plot.
Yeah, that was not... Yeah. Well, I mean,
literally, we're fighting Team Rocket again in this one, too. So
right. But this time, it's Team Rocket's son.
Oh, I was mentioning earlier, I wanted to make one particular prediction for Gen 10 when that comes around is I would be willing to bet they're going to set it in a region based on Japan again.
That would be cool.
They haven't done a Japanese-based region since Diamond and Pearl and Platinum and the remakes, obviously, but they haven't done a Japan-based Pokemon region in 15 years.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Is Is that supposed to be like Hokkaido? Or what? I mean, they have, generally speaking, 4 big islands, right? So we've covered 3 of them.
Oh, we haven't even used up the entirety of the. They've used varying chunks here and there. They haven't used
Johto and
the whole,
Kanto are like districts, not full islands.
Yeah. Well, so it's I think
they're part of the mainland.
Yeah, Johto. So the Johto and Kanto regions in the Pokemon games are based off of I think what Kansai and
Johto
Kanto?
is similar to the
Johto, there's
Kansai
actually
region.
a Johto. I don't know. If
Is there actually also a Johto?
Johto
Yeah.
is based off of the Kansai region, apparently.
something? Yeah, there is some correlation there. I don't remember exactly.
But yeah, there's a big chunk of like I think the northern central area of Japan that hasn't really been used. There's a couple side games that have done stuff too, but I want to say north of Kanto hasn't been used. I think, or maybe it was near
like Nagano Prefecture, maybe.
I think so. Yeah. Oh, he's so cool.
Passerby
boy.
boy. Yeah. Wow. He's so cool with his little banana snot Chikorita Pokemon.
The variations in size of what these different places are is kind of nuts.
And he missed. Is that scripted?
What is that?
He missed.
No. He
Oh
just
yeah,
has a
no.
height. No.
You can absolutely lose this.
He just has no training.
And he doesn't love his Pokemon.
Well, he's had it for 5 seconds or whatever.
Yeah,
Well,
he
he's
just
not going
stole
to
it.
love him anyway. Spoilers.
That's the booger that you said that you didn't want.
Right. I didn't love him either. That's why I didn't pick him. I'm not going to stay in a loveless relationship with the booger.
I mean,
cool.
to be honest, most of my relationships with boogers have been loveless. So
I guess that's fair.
I can't remember the last relationship I've had with a booger where I've been like, where I've had feelings.
Yeah. Once in a while, like, wow, that's a big one. Or, gee, what color is this? But
God.
generally, yeah.
Okay, bye.
Wow, this is breaking it down very far in terms of original
Did that just say
game
you
locations.
saw my name?
Yes, you.
He dropped his trainer card.
Yeah, so
Is that what it was?
So you see his name, which is why in
Why
a
you
second here,
why you
Right.
report what his name
Yeah.
is.
It's weird.
handled a little awkwardly.
Yeah,
they
it's
could
a
have
little
tweaked it a
awkward.
little bit, but
It's
it's fine. It's fine
We
for
get
what it's
it.
doing.
It's like the 90s.
Yeah.
So it goes so specific that Pallet Town is based off of Shimoda City in Shizuoka.
Okay.
And then Route 1 is the Izu Peninsula in Shizuoka. And Viridian City is based off of Mishima City. Or,
Yeah, they
or
really
Hakone Town. Like,
went
But
out of
these
their
are
way
the-
to like.
Palatown is 4 boxes.
yeah.
Like,
Yep.
how is it based on a city?
Well, it's the Satoshi Tajiri's hometown.
Sure.
That makes sense.
And in the universe of Pokemon, it is 4 boxes, but it's also drawn in the
show.
In the
Yeah,
show,
it's much
so.
richer. That's true.
Yeah, in the show itself, it's a proper sized town. With like a bunch of people and stuff. And
Yeah.
obviously Professor Oak being there, probably draws a fair bit of like, not like tourism.
Media
but-
attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right,
So
level 10.
We have
You're-
a game that's set sort of in
Go
the southern,
Godzilla.
in like Kyushu,
Mhm.
and then Hisui /
Sinnoh. Yep.
is basically Hokkaido,
Yep.
and the first 2 games are sort of in
They're
the middle of
Side by
Honshu.
side. Yep.
Where is the police barracks?
Can you give me a gun and handcuffs, please?
Yeah. Oh my God.
I can solve this right now.
I saw it. There's a red-haired boy.
You can't just say stuff like that, Lyra.
You're under arrest, ma'am.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny how varied the regions are, though, because Unova is New York City.
What did you say I should name him?
We could go with Auric. Auric is how they spell it for Goldfinger, but you could throw a K on there just for silliness.
I do love silliness. I found a note to myself that I wrote at some point in the last few months, and it said, "You're a deeply silly man, and that's okay." And I was like, "Wow,
All right.
that's true.
It's
That's
good to give
Was
yourself
this like
a reminder
is this
every
like a
once in while.
drunk self-note
Yeah,
kind of
I don't know.
scenario? or-
They don't probably not drunk. That's just what I do. I leave
It's
a
an
lot of notes for
affirmation.
myself.
It's an
So-
affirmation that you left behind for
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, all right.
But it was like kind of nice. It was like, yeah, that's okay.
Boopy doopy
So Auric it is.
I'm a cop.
Auric and Arjohnt. See you later.
Bye. My hair is brushing against everything I walk by.
Hi, I saved your thing. Can I have some Pokeballs?
Yeah, right.
I just want some balls, man.
Here's your breakfast.
Here, I brought you an egg.
This is an egg.
Yeah, it is an egg.
Wow, crazy. Here, I'm going to give this back to you in a bit.
Well, find out about the egg. Yeah, what? Pokedex, is that true? You're the chosen one. Blah, blah, blah. I knew you were a little different.
You can't say
I
shit
get
like
that a lot, yeah.
Hey, you should do the gym challenge. Also,
to do
hatch
that, I'll
this
need
egg for me.
balls. I will need balls.
Right. Please give me balls. I need balls.
Make sure you talk to your mom. Just like I did this morning. What?
Now I believe when you go back to Route 28, Lyra's going to show you how to catch Pokemon,
Okay, that's cool.
and then she'll give you some balls.
Is this? Well, it's good because I was in her room and I saw a Wii. So
Yeah, it was huge.
yeah.
In Johto.
I know. Every time you see prize money, I'll save some of it for you. This is a good
So my
lesson.
understanding is that
I
this
learned
is
more about
actually-
saving money from Pokemon than I did from American high schools.
I need to come back and say yes to this. Apparently, this is actually something that. So the idea, it sounds like, is
Half your prize money ends up going directly to mom and it gets banked. And you can withdraw from the bank of mom.
there was something. Yeah.
What's the benefit of this?
Well,
I think it
in a Nuzlocke, it doesn't matter as much.
Right, because I can't die.
Because if you faint, then you
Right.
failed your Nuzlocke.
I thought someone was saying that like it does actually you do actually gain money independent of the money you would be getting over
Is there like
time, too.
milestones? Like if you hit a certain amount, she gives you a prize?
Maybe, I don't remember.
I don't recall there being a prize like that. I just recall it being useful because then you're working, like...
Yeah, if you faint, you don't lose money for it.
Yeah.
Or you don't lose as much money for it.
Still no balls, though.
No
So
balls.
Lyra will hopefully give me some balls.
I would do things like... I remember playing this game and, like, using the Elite Four as a spot to grind.
Oh, to generate money, yeah.
As a spot to grind, just
Yeah.
for whatever. But so you go and deposit everything with mom. I think you can actually call her to do that, but you might actually have to go to the town. But you have fly at that point. Oh, it was too quick? You didn't see it? Oh, let's do it again.
Okay, step closer than 25 feet, please.
Yeah.
Strats, no!
Level 2. Yes,
Sure is a fight button.
The real challenge
Oh my god. This is so annoying.
is to start from level 1.
Yeah. I had debated actually like modifying the game so that the starters were all just level 1 Rattata, and I was like, that feels like a little too much. Also, Gen 1 notoriously, the level calculations are a little bit broken,
Yep.
such that to have a level 1 Pokemon, you would have to have negative experience points. So, which is part of the reason that there are no level 1. It took them like a couple generations to let level 1 Pokemon exist at all.
Right.
Because in this game, even when you hatch a Pokemon, it hatches, I believe, at level 5,
Oh, wow.
I'm bored.
and then they fixed it later. There's a different modifier they use now for that.
Can I go find a missing no now?
There are. I actually don't know if in the remakes there are
I don't
readily available glitch Pokemon like that.
I don't think so.
The old
How many
Gen 2, there
bags?
absolutely were.
Gen
All right,
2
you got 5 balls.
5 balls.
Use them wisely.
All right.
So whatever you hit here first is your first.
Yep. Now it's on.
Now it's on.
Officially on Route 1.
It's on.
Or Route 28, whatever.
28.
Are
I
there
think.
differences between the patches of grass?
No.
Or no. Okay.
That is, as far as I'm aware. So sometimes I don't know if this game does it, but like if there's deep grass versus regular grass, those can be different.
The ones that have the yellowier sprite. The like
All right. First one.
Yeah.
Let's go.
might be different grass.
Yeah,
Motherfucking
Pidgey. Level 2.
Level
Don't
2.
accidentally kill it.
Level 2 Pidgey. Maybe
Yeah.
just throw a ball.
Yeah.
Honestly, yes. The catch rates are so low in the earliest routes that you can usually just throw a ball and get
Up
them.
in B.
But yeah, I think in Gen 6.
Ah!
Whoa!
Because that's camped down in B.
In Gen
Oh, that's right.
in Gen 6, I know there were like the different flower patches would get you different Flabébés and stuff. Generally speaking, though, no, all the patches should be the same. Grass has its own encounter table, surfing has its own encounter table, and fishing with each rod has their own encounter
Sure.
tables. I believe that's generally how those tend
Cool.
to spread out. I guess the trees now, too.
All right. I need a bird ghost.
A bird ghost. A ghost bird.
Or a spirit bird.
Ooh.
Tiny bird Pokemon common in grassy areas and forests is very docile and will chase off enemies by flapping up sand.
I mean, there's lots of bird spirits.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm kind of like bird spirit makes me think like very indigenous.
Right.
Like kind of a Quetzalcoatl kind of scenario or something.
Yes.
Are you just gonna name it Bird Ghost?
Bird person. Oh god. It does fit.
It's not a good reason to do it.
All right.
It's a lot of things that fit.
Quetzalcoatl is pretty aspirational for this Pidgey.
For a pigeon,
For
yeah.
this level 2
It makes it a
Pidgey.
fun, ironic name.
All right. Any other ideas?
Let's see.
In Dimension 20, Unsleeping City, the pigeon totem spirit's name is Perry.
Ooh, okay.
I do like Perry. Quetzalcoatl.
That's a very niche reference, but
it's not one that I get, unfortunately.
There's a bird that's referred to as a ghost bird called Great Potoo.
Okay.
Potoo.
Okay. I like where we're going here. Let's see. A spiritual bird.
Who sang Fly Away?
Lenny Kravitz.
Nope. Different Fly Away. But yes.
There is not a difference.
You have already used this on a Pidgey before.
I'm sure I have, but it still
You
kind of
have-
fits.
You have already used this
Highly
on this exact same
pronounceable.
Pokemon.
Viridian Forest is literally in that door ahead of you, so whatever you run into first here will be a Route 2 thing.
Okay, so Pidgey, Caterpie. Oh, fuck you.
Route
really?
2 has some pretty boring crap.
There's
for,
almost nothing good you can catch.
I
it.
see a
In
Caterpie
fact,
and a
I
Weedle.
think it might be best to get a Pidgey so that you can
Yes.
avoid Pidgey later.
I agree. There's an
So you
Oddish.
got Oddish,
I mean,
Weedle.
I feel like Oddish is probably too rare to reliably get 10 of them without sitting here forever. All right, Pidgey it is.
Bird!
Yeah, I think Pidgey will be a good one to get so that later on you can get a better catch.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, too slow.
Too late, I guess?
Oh.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
a
We'll
little
catch
bit.
it anyway.
It is weird with the delay.
Hey, baby.
We're so goddamn full.
Yeah, we're all kind of dead.
Sarah made an amazing dinner, and Rick made a surprisingly amazing pie. And
Yeah,
I am
straight out of the book.
fucked.
So good.
Sarah made the crust.
That pie literally put me under the table.
That pie fucked me.
Yeah.
In a
Then
not
on
good
the
way.
ground under the table.
What are you
for
gonna
like
name that
30
Pidgey?
minutes.
I was super
That pie
slouched.
fucked me is not allowed.
I was super slouched on the couch.
It's like liquefied
slouched on the
underneath the
couch.
table.
Yeah, trying to digest. And then something funny happened. I kind of laughed and like slipped off the couch on the floor. It's like,
You're like,
this
I'm not
is my
getting
life
up.
now.
Yeah, I'm not getting up.
Fuck, what's the name of that? There's a giant who turns into an eagle, and I can't remember.
Is it the Rock?
Ben Mooney.
that is a good name.
Oh.
If I could turn into an eagle, oh my god. No, like
Norse
ROC, the
Giant
the
Talking Helmarock?
eagle.
Helmarock.
Oh, amazing. HRAE.
No, shut up.
VLGR. All right, hold
What?
on. So H
Race Velger.
It's Velgar.
R
Oh my god. John's gonna have the most impossible to fucking. Oh, Jesus Christ.
S V E
Spoiler, mine is gonna be
L.
90s things.
G
mythology.
Yeah.
R.
Mine's
Just a
gonna be
regular
real
R.
easy.
Oh, just a regular R.
Regular
What about this R?
I like that R.
Oh,
Can't
no
use it.
R's. Okay, just normal R's, like a bitch. Harass vulgar.
That's a
my Pokemon are awesome.
That's a vulgar
Oh my
Pidgey you
God.
have there.
So I have to turn this guy into candy. Hold on. There's a lot of fucking shit to do in this game. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
Sorry, yeah, just real quick. You're doing dog fights, and then the animals you don't use, you turn them into food.
That's correct.
Anyway, my God, Pokemon, you are fucked up. Anyway, yeah. So I got a Shogun Megazord. That was real. That was freaking cool because I think that was. I didn't have any of the Megazords prior. You know, I didn't have the original. What is it? The Dino Megazord. I didn't have the Dragon Zord. That one was really cool. One of my friends growing up had that one, and I was always super jealous. He also had the Tiger Megazord. That one was so fucking sick. Oh my God, dude.
When I was 7, I cried bitter tears because no one in my family could find the White Tiger Zord.
Oh no.
And
man.
it wasn't like a spoiled kid being like, but I want it. It was a heartbroken little guy who thought he was going to make his new best friend and didn't. And my mom felt so bad that she sent all of my aunts to go looking for this toy.
Wow, dude.
And we did finally eventually get one, and I was just so happy. I remember that. That toy was fucking awesome. That
Hey,
toy
man.
was cool even by adult standards. Fine, give me a 2.
Oh my god.
Grassvilger.
Damn it, that's funny. Now I have to.
Oh god.
Yep, just to make Rick type it. Okay.
I don't have to type it. I'm not the one who types it. You have to apologize to Final Biscuit now.
Oh, sorry, Final Biscuit. No shame.
And
Or
with
no
that, we'll come
shade.
back tomorrow and see what other horrors we have in store. Bye.
Bye.